Hey guys, I'm Tefel and welcome in 6th part of character tutorial. So today we will be improving many things, just making fight looks more natural, taking care about navigation, fixing collision sizes to be more accurate and making them appear at the right time. Major task for us will be just adding functionality punching for our enemy. I hope you like this part. Okay, so we can start from improvements I mentioned in previous part, and as you can see we have navigation mesh with some gray areas and we want to get rid of this. It's because this character has collision spheres which are affecting this navigation mesh, and we just need to lift this character up, and when it's because sometimes this navigation mesh is kind of buggy, and go inside third person character, select spheres and change one thing, which is collision, and can ever affect navigation, and the same for sphere too. Okay, so when I move them to the ground it should be fine. When I just walk, this character should be coming to us, straight to us, so everything works, so there is no gray area. Okay, so second thing I would like to fix is just collisions, because when I just release my key really quickly there is no collision because I just disabled this really quickly. So I need to go to controller and we have pressed and release key, left mouse button, right mouse button. So I just remove this, just turning off punching when it's released, and I want to split my left collision and right collision, so it will be this logic will be separated. When left mouse button is setting left collision and right mouse button is setting right collision, so this should be fine. And second thing is just making punching end. In animation blueprint we have something like punching is punching, and it's in the end of every animation is firing, so I can just put right here something like punch end, and I can create in my third person character new function which is punch end, and this will be asking if we are pressing left or right key, and will switch off collisions for us, and it will be in the end of our animation, like I said. So we just start from getting player controller this time, and there is function is input key down, and we can do the same for left and mouse button, left key, left mouse button and right mouse button. Okay, and we can use branches, but first of all I would like to use sequence and branches. So one branch is right here and second one is right here, and I can link this and use my turn off collision. So when it's false I just need to turn this off, so just is punching left, is punching right, setting to false. And second thing is just sphere 1, sphere 2, set collision, enable 2, no collision, right, and it's right, and this is left. Okay, should be fine. Okay, so in the end we just turn off collisions, and we can try this out. Of course I need to fire this function, the punch end, so I just go back to animation blueprint and put this right here. So get my person character, and it will be punch end. So this should fix everything. Okay, so we can check this out. We have right punch, left punch, right punch, right punch. Okay, and right now everything works. Nice. Okay. Okay, so we have left punch, right punch, left punch, right punch. But as you can see, this animation is kind of weird. It's coming, yeah, it's different than this one. When I hold, yeah, this next one. It's because we have something like blending for montage, yeah. And to fix this, best way to do is just turning off montage every time and starting montage, yeah, and jumping to section. So instead of checking if it's punching, I just turn this off and use my reset, yeah, after all. And it will pick left or right punch section, yeah. So it should be fine. So we can check this out. So right now, yeah, it's right punch, right punch, right punch. So everything is nice. And left punch, left punch, left punch, right punch, left punch, right punch, left punch. So every time it starts new animation, which is really nice, because I don't want to repeat them. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So this is great. Okay, so finally we can create a punching for our character. So he is losing health. Okay, animation is firing, but he is not punching, so we just need to add punching for enemy. So we just go to third person character enemy this time, and this is what I just left in previous part. Enemy is punching, and we can use random boolean for left and right punch. We could also use flip-flop, which is from flow control, and it will be left punch, then right punch, and yeah, and go on. So it will be just repeating left, right, but I want to make some kind of surprise for our player, yeah. So I just use random boolean, so I never know which punch will fire this time, and use my and we can just go right here and show inherited variables, yeah, to select is punching left and right, and do the same setting right and left. Okay, so when it's true will be left punch, when it's false it's right punch. And because we turn on collision in our controller, and this is not AI controller we are using right here, it's AI controller, we just need to turn on collisions right here, yeah. So this is different logic. This is not for player, this is just for AI, yeah. So we are doing the same, just taking sphere collisions. So maybe this one, okay, and set enable, and of course to collisions, and the same for second one. We just link this, and of course is punching, right? And sphere 1 and sphere 2. Okay, so this is left and right. So everything it's okay. So we can just try this out if he's punching. Okay, I get closer, and he's punching. Okay, but we are not losing health, and camera is doing something wrong. Why? It's because they are finding place to be and to show this screen, yeah. So we can just fix this really quickly. We have third person character like before, and we have camera boom, and we have camera collision. We can just try something with prop size and prop channel, but we can just turn this off, just do collision test and just turning this off. And when I get closer, it should be fine. So character is punching, but anymore camera is changing, yeah. So it's everything is right, yeah. So right now we just need to implement the same logic for our character, because it's inside enemy. So when he just punched us, we just need to implement third person character enemy, the same logic from on component hit capsule component, yeah. So the best way to do this is just cutting this part and pasting this to our parent, yeah. And because this is exactly the same, we are checking sphere collision, we are just is getting hit and updating HP, just losing 10 health. And setting is def. Okay, so I just cut this, Ctrl X, and paste inside our third person character, yeah. Inside yeah, our event graph. So maybe right here. And this is really quickly. Yeah, and when I hit play, just get closer, he's punching, and I'm losing 10 health, 80 health, okay, 70, 60, so everything works. 50, okay. So finally I can fight with him, and there is 60, 50, 40, 10, okay, 20, okay, and he is dead, okay. Okay, so next thing, I would like to add knocking this character back. And it will be when a component is hit, yeah? And to do this, we just get actor location. And we do the same for... oh, okay. For ourselves, and we get vector direction from these two, and this is normal vector, so I just need to multiply by, let's say, maybe float, yeah, maybe 500, so it will be distance we will be knocked back, yeah, after punch. And we just need to break this, adding Z, so maybe 200. Yeah. And we just make a vector, so it will be 500, yeah, X, Y coordinate, and Z 200. And it should be nice. And we need function. And there is a really nice function which is launch. And this character will be launched with this velocity. So X, Y, and Z. And I can just link this and of course overwrite X, Y, and Z. And I can put this maybe right here, yeah. It's getting hit, okay. So when I get punch, I just launch to this velocity, so I'm knocked back, so should be fine. Let's check this out. Yeah, and this is okay. So when I get hit, it's looking much nicer, yeah. Okay. And this character is knocking back too, yeah, as you can see. Yeah, so it looks much nicer. But right now, he's still punching when he's getting hit. But we just need to avoid this. So instead of getting start punching, we just need to turn this off, this punching. So we just need go to animation blueprint, and when we are getting hit, we can check if it's true. And we can ask if we are playing right now montage, yeah. So when character is punching, so is montage playing, and we check our punching montage. If it's true, we can just turn this off. So we use our branch, linking this, and we just set montage play to stop montage. And of course going back to this, yeah, and it should be fine. or maybe reset, yeah, just straight. Okay. And when it's false, it's just normal logic. Okay. So it should be okay. We can just try this out. So right now, when I hit this character, it should stop punching montage and just go to our knocking back animation, hit animation. So let's check this out. Okay, so right now he's playing right animation, yeah? He's not punching. Okay, so it looks much nicer, yeah? Okay. So there is another fix, I just check it, which is collision sphere for right punch. So when I hit, maybe if I turn this on, third person character, sphere 1, and just making this visible, hidden in the game. Okay, I just hit play and we can just try this. Okay, I paused the game and it's F8, and as you can see, this collision sphere is really big. It's because it depends on bond size, and we are increasing bond size by 5 times, so this sphere collision is also 5 times bigger, and we need to fix this as well. So we go to third person character, just stopping this, and viewport, and changing size maybe 3 times smaller. So maybe 10. Okay, and we can try this out. So when I hit play and just right mouse button, F8. Okay, so this is closer to our hand size, and I think this is correct size, but we need to adjust this position, and it needs to be closer to our bone, yeah, to our body. So like before, we need to go to mannequin, our skeleton, and it will be SK mannequin, just skeleton, and we can just move our socket. So right now I cannot move this socket, so I just need to show a reference pose. So I can just move this socket closer to our character, our body. It will be in the middle, just save, and we can try this out once again. So when I press right key, it's much closer, it's like our right punch, yeah, and it should be more accurate, yeah. So you can just try if it works. Okay, so I missed, okay, and he punched me, okay. So this is much better fight. Okay. Okay. Oh. Haha. Great. Okay, so what we can do next? Go to third person character and we can check our event graph. Okay, so everything here is fine, but set character depth. Okay, we are checking visibility. Okay, so everything is fine. So go to our enemy character. And this is firing really quickly, so probably left and right punch is just pressed, yeah, one after another, yeah. So we just need to add branch right here, and we need to check if one of these punches are pressed right now. So we can just use branch, and we should check if left or right punch is pressed. So we just take this one and use OR. And this is our condition. If it's false, we just turn one of these on, yeah. But when we can just turn this off, these collisions. Maybe right here, just after branch is, if distance is other than 200, yeah, higher than 200. So we just set the same, left and right, and it should be fine. So just when it's false, just linking this, maybe right here, and just linking this. I can move this right here, and it should be fine. Okay, so we can improve one more thing, because when we are standing still and without moving, there is nothing happened, yeah? It's because we are using hit event, and when we are not moving, it's not detecting anything, yeah? We could probably use overlap event or something like that, and checking in animation blueprint or montage in exact time, let's say when he start punching in the middle, so we can add few events and checking if we are overlapping our enemy, and it should be fine. But instead of this, we can just make some workaround about this, and in third person character we just use our tick. Yeah, but in event graph, so maybe right here, just event tick. And what can we do? Because it's component hit, so when character is moving, we can just change location of actor, and it should be fine. So maybe set actor location using sweep, and yeah, new location will be get actor location, maybe just adding vector, let's say 0.001. Let's check this out if it's going to work. So right now, if I will be standing, it's not doing anything, so maybe more. Let's check this out. Okay, so right now it's detecting correctly. So when he's punching, I just get hit and everything works. Okay. So this is really nice fight. Okay. And you are dead. Okay, so I think I just fixed everything from here. Ah, okay. One more thing, because this enemy is not turning off collisions, so when I just walk into this dead character, I just getting hit as well, yeah. And this might be a problem. That's why I need to turn this character off when he is just dead. So go to third person character, just set character death, and when he is dead, I just need to turn him off, yeah. Okay, so we are checking right here if it's a player character. I can collapse to macro and call it is player. So we are checking if we have player, and yeah, so we can just turn off collisions for whole character. So just set collision enable, set actor enable collision. So when he's dead, it's disable. When he's alive, should be enable. And one more thing, we can just turn off static mesh, which is just text with text render. So set visibility to hidden and propagate to children, so it will just turn off this text render as well, yeah. So I just copy this right here and it should be fine. So compile and just linking this and my character, okay, and it should be visible, yeah. when he's alive. Let's check this out. Okay. Okay. Okay, and he is dead. There is no text. I can walk through and everything works. So nothing is blocking, collisions are disabled as intended, and everything works. Okay, so I can just really quickly change this look of this character, just enemy. So maybe just apply some material, maybe this rocky one, and we will test this out once again for the last time. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so I killed first character and going to the second one. If I make more random value, it would be hard, yeah. But it's predictable, yeah. Distance when he's firing, and I can just counter this character. But it's not about making this much more difficult, yeah. But everything works. This is really nice characters, and yeah. Okay. Okay, so in next part we will add a second type of enemy. We'll be throwing items, so we will be spawning new actors, projectiles, and we will be hitting our player. And we will also add animation for this, so it will be more accurate. Okay, so see you next time. And if you like content like this, please subscribe. Thanks.